Okay, good morning, folks, and welcome to Stock Charts Today. This is Bob Desmond, and we're going to go over the pre-market activity this morning. It is Monday, the 11th of June, and then we are going to go over some members' stock chart requests, which is where I review the symbols that our members submit for me to review. Today, I'm going to be going over ATRA, NTNX, NUGT, BIB, and maybe a couple of others. But first, we're going to kick things off with why I haven't been doing stock charts today for the past couple of weeks. And that is because I'm rebuilding the website. I'm using some really good developers out of the Ukraine, good guys, but I'm working on their time frames. And it's very difficult to get all things in to such a tight time frame. Also, I'm not getting a ton of views on these videos. So if one of you out there is a YouTube guru and can tell me how I can get more views, that would be great. So that's my tale of woe. Let's get to it. It is at current 4:47 in the AM, Eastern Standard Time. Let's kick things off with the dollar. We'll use 4-hour charts for the pre-market activity. And you can see that the dollar has broken out. It broke out on Friday. It pulled back, retested the breakout point this morning. We are down on the session, but we are attempting to rally back. RSI is looking really good. We had the G7 summit that ended. It did not work out well for all the G7 members. I mentioned to members yesterday on the week ahead commentary, which, by the way, members is posted in the members area of the website. The G7 summit did not go well, but we're not seeing much in terms of volatility in the markets. That may change as we see economic data roll out. Plus, we have the FOMC meeting this week. Bitcoin hammered down $300 as we speak now, and it was lower earlier. Let's take a look at a weekly chart. We haven't broken the April lows yet, but I'll tell you, if we do, we're coming down to the February lows, and if they break, we're going a lot lower. So a big warning flag is on the track for Bitcoin. Not looking good today. Crude oil. Back to the 4-hour chart. We pulled back late last week. I'm looking for a continuation rally above this upper band of resistance. If we fail and we close down below this lower band of support here, we'll probably come down and retest support right here. So a bit of a warning flag on the track for oil. We are in a tight pennant formation, or actually triangle formation. Call it cupcakes. What difference does it make? It's in a consolidation. I am expecting a move higher, though. I think the odds favor bulls. The S&P 500, it is up this morning. I went over my thoughts with members on where I believe this market is heading this coming week, and that is posted in the members area of the website. Go check it out. And you can see that we have a new weekly high. Now, let's keep in mind, we have a lot of economic data coming out this week and a Fed meeting. So we went out on volatility last week with a 12 handle. Let's keep an eye on volatility as we proceed into the coming week. Gold, taking it on the chin this morning, down about $2.30. My big concern here with gold is that the 1300 level has been a bit elusive, a bit hard for it to hold on to. We have an upper band of resistance at current 1305.7, real serious resistance up at 1310. Those are the levels I'd be looking for before I decided whether or not I wanted to get long of gold. There is another strategy I would employ where I so inclined to get long of gold, or as I'll go over in a minute, NUGT. But that would be later on in the week under certain circumstances. Members, go check out my commentary with regard to entering gold on a headline event. That's on the week ahead commentary. So the 4-hour chart, looking weak. Silver, it had a pretty good week last week, but today, while it's up on the day, it's giving up some of its gains. It was higher, and we're now retesting support levels. And while we put in higher highs, and we are in an uptrend channel, RSI is making lower highs. And this is what I always talk about. Pay attention to the divergences. You don't necessarily have to trade off of them, but it's good just to make note. Yeah, and we just broke down below the lower band of support. It's always good to take a crayon out and put your trend lines up there. Let's go over some stock chart requests. We'll begin with ATRA. Let's go to a weekly chart and drill down. All right, so we're in a very long consolidation, and we broke out of it here back in January. We came off the lows of January. We rallied all the way up to a gain of about 214 to 215%. So a huge move, but we have given up some of those gains. So the question is this the pause that refreshes? I think it could be. You could see that we have a lot of resistance back here. So we're going to need to consolidate here for a bit, digest these gains. Let's go to a daily chart. So on Friday, we flashed a bullish key reversal on the day and off of support. So if you have a position or you're looking to buy the shares, I would use a stop right below Friday's lows. That way you're managing your risk. But just keep in mind that we do have, if you're thinking about an entry point here, we do have some lower highs going on here. So if you wanted to scratch the itch, I would be okay with that, but I would keep it small. I would get more aggressive on a close above this upper band of resistance here at, let's call it, the $50 per share mark. Moving on to NTNX, weekly chart, a big move here. So here is our uptrend channel. It's still intact. Just keep an eye on RSI, because while we're making higher highs and higher lows, RSI is diverging a bit and putting in lower highs and lower lows. So a warning flag on the track there on a weekly basis. Daily chart. All right, so here's that same uptrend channel. We're in the middle of it. So were to buy, I would buy on a rally up and through, let's call it the 57.50 level. That should take us above this upper band of resistance, which coincides with the highs of June the 4th. The next chart up, NUGT, weekly basis. We went over this yesterday on the week ahead commentary, and we are in a very, very tight trading range. Really tight, extraordinarily tight for a leveraged ETF. Now, we closed down on the week last week. What I would be watching for here is a rally on gold up above the 1310 level, and also a close above this moving average here in blue. That's the 20-period moving average on a weekly chart. It's had a very difficult time of closing above it. In fact, we haven't closed above that moving average, which is now flattening out some, but it's acted as a declining ceiling. We haven't closed above that moving average since here, January, the week of January the 22nd, to be specific. Daily chart. Now, on a daily basis, we broke out last week on the 6th. We broke out above this upper band of resistance. We're now pulling back and retesting it. So if you want to put a trade on here, I would be okay with it. I would keep it small, though, and I would use a stop right below last week's lows at the 24.76 level. Keep in mind, we have a Fed meeting this week, and I would get very long of NUGT were gold to rally up above the 1310 level, and especially if NUG were to rally and close above its 20-week moving average. The next chart up, the BIB, the biotechs. We like the healthcare sector. We're long of the healthcare sector. We booked half profits on our trade of CURE, the healthcare leveraged ETF, last week. This is a daily chart. We consolidated gains last week, Wednesday through Thursday. We're looking for a breakout above $58 per share. I think we can buy the BIB on a rally up and through that level. Let's take a look at it from a higher level view. Weekly chart. Really nice breakout last week. The week prior to last, we finally closed above the 20-period moving average for the first time since the week of March the 5th. So it's looking good. Let's take a look at a 4-hour chart. Yeah, really good here. I like the setup. I think $58 per share is your number. Look for a rally up and through that level. And that is it for this morning, folks. Everybody have a profitable trading day. If you watch this on YouTube, follow me there. Leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, click that bell if you're watching this on Twitter, StockTwits, Facebook. You know the deal. Follow me there, leave a comment, and everybody have a profitable trading day and be well.